Hey, I'm Laura, and we have a morning practice that's 30 minutes long, where we do a moving meditation based on the sun salutation, and then 15 minutes of stillness and meditation. So what I wanted to do is to give you a moving meditation that you could do if you're pregnant. So when you're pregnant, you won't be able to do, maybe not able to do plank, definitely won't be able to do cobra. So what I'm going to work on is just a sort of variation that you can work, so you can work along with us. For this video, you're going to need a chair, or it's very beneficial to have a chair. So when we start, when you're pregnant, what you're looking to do is get as much mobility as possible and keep your strength. Often our baby will take all the space that it needs, but we will become collapsed. So in the beginning, what we do is we just have this free movement, and it's really nice to take time with this free movement. Your center of gravity is going to change, so taking your feet that little bit further apart is really useful. And then coming into some kind of free movement where you may be stretching, because releasing the side body is really nice, releasing from the other side, reaching up. I wouldn't go into back arch when you're pregnant because you've already got so much pressure on your lower back. So instead, just reaching with one arm, reaching with the other arm. From there, we do this thing where we roll forward. And this is so nice when you're pregnant. So it's like you're giving your baby a hug, a little roll forward. First, soft knees, still looking to keep strength. Inhaling, reaching up. And again, like I say, don't be reaching back. If you want to build strength, come onto your toes. Coming back down again, rolling a little bit more. Strong legs, use the chair if it's useful to roll over, give your baby a hug, and again opening up, taking space for you, for mommy as well as baby, reaching to the sky, maybe on the toes, still with wide legs. From there we typically come into a squat. Squats are so good for when you're pregnant, because you want to be able to, particularly when you're in labor, to hold on to your partner or to just find that freedom in the squat movement. However, when you're in a squat for pregnancy, what I want you to do is pay attention to your alignment of knee to feet. Normally, it's no problem having your feet out and your knees, so that your knees track your feet. That's not a problem at all. But when you're pregnant, it's better to develop the habit of keeping knees and feet straight ahead. And what that does is it just gives a little bit more stability to your hips and to your pelvis. And so developing that habit while you're still pregnant is really useful, because when you're in labor, to have this, as you're not going to remember to do it in labor, so having that as your motor memory is what you want to do. So back to our sun salutation, we're then going to come to a squat, and use the chair to allow you to come into a squat, either the high back or the low back, coming into a squat. From squat we come to flat back, and this is so nice, so straightening the legs. From the straight legs, look to straighten your back, and then get this long back. This is one of the nicest poses for when you're pregnant. Getting length, use the chair, because your center of gravity has changed, so you're not going to get as much length if you don't use the chair. Use the back of the chair. Bending one knee, bending the other knee, getting length all through the side body is so nice. Bending both knees, getting real length through your spine, and then maybe if you want to, go towards stretching them. You'll notice I still have a wide-legged stance to make sure I'm stable. From here again, we come into a deeper squat. So see what it's like, depending on how strong you are, where you're at, you may be able to come down. And from there, we're going to come, they're going to go to plank, we're going to come to cat. Cat is a beautiful pose for when you're pregnant. When you're doing this though, don't go into the arch back, don't go into the cow mode, because you've already got enough pressure on your back. So you're looking to cat. Arching your back, releasing your back, allowing your head to come forward. When they're in, I forgot what they're going to be in. They're going to be in cobra. You can, if you want to, take one leg back and ease into that. And when they come on the other side, you can take the other leg back, and so get length through that side. Playing in this cat-cow movement is so nice. Easing up, letting your baby in this little hammock. It's kind of cool. And they'll swing around, they might even start kicking and playing, or maybe they'll become still. Often they become still. From here, we're coming into dog. So how do we do that? We come through hair pose, and this is beautiful. Again, take wide legs if you're in your, so your baby can just be here between you. And sinking into this pose is so nice. Releasing. If you're happy with your arms out straight, enjoy that. Have a little wriggle from side to side. And from here, we're going to come to dog. Depending what stage you are, you can maybe come into dog. But what is even nicer is to come back to this pose that we were working with before, where you're coming up and doing what we call half dog or dog against the wall, on those with a chair, letting your butt come back, easing into it, or taking the higher position. Either is nice. Pausing, resting, playing, getting length, allowing your baby to be in its hammock, allowing space through this whole back body where you become compressed in pregnancy. And from here, we're going to bend the knees, we're coming back in through our squat and reaching up and back to prayer. Notice that when you're in your pause mode, when you're in your neutral mode, just see what it's like, because often when we're pregnant, our neutral mode tilts a little bit. So see what it's like to give yourself a little bit more support. So when we're in prayer, before we go back, instead of having your hands here, maybe you can have your hands around your belly and holding your baby. So you get to hold your baby, releasing into the lower back, coming long in the shoulders, and then we're going to begin again. When we're in, another part of it is where we play with the lunges. With the lunges, you can do exactly the same as we're doing on the video, just use the chair, because your center of gravity is going to have changed. So rather than trying to do this in thin air, which is very possible and will develop strength, but it will mean that you will probably become more collapsed in your upper body to keep your center of gravity. So again, using the chair, coming in and out of this lunge can be really nice, and giving you both strength in your legs and length through your spine. After we've done a few rounds so the sun salutation, we're going to come to the ground and come into bridge and a twist. You won't be doing either of them. Instead, what you're going to be doing is coming down, instead of coming into bridge, because bridge is a back arch and you don't need to do a back arch. What you're looking to do is to release, to take the opposite. So instead of bridge, I'm going to suggest that you come back into pose the child. Settle yourself back down, take some time, easing, getting length through your spine, releasing into pose the child. And then when they're doing twists, you have a choice. You can have a little side bend, walk into the side, walk into the other side. Or you can come to sitting if that's comfortable for you and do a twist. A twist is going to be over your baby, so it's like you hold onto your baby and then release the upper body, coming back, holding onto your baby and releasing the other shoulder. Coming back, holding onto your baby, and this one can be so nice, rolling forward and then just arching, opening the shoulders, releasing the shoulders, and then you're ready to come to sit. When we're sitting, what I'm going to say is be comfortable. Oh my goodness, don't be worried about sitting upright. Sitting on your hunkers, you'll have a lot more blood circulating. So sitting on your hunkers is going to be a lot. What can be a beautiful seated pose is come to something to support you. Find the support of the wall, of the chair, and then again, coming to this cobbler pose where you take your feet together. Your knees will be in the air, your baby is going to be nursed here. And then find some pillows. I should have had some. Have some pillows here. Holding onto your knees so you can just relax. Release. Let your back take the support. Your back needs support. It's carrying two of you around all day. And then from here, enjoy the meditation. Looking forward to seeing you on the mat.